Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Super Mario Fan 85. My name is Josh. In this video I'm going to review Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube. Luigi's Mansion was released on November 18th of 2001 for the Nintendo GameCube. It was also a launch title for the GameCube. In this game, Luigi gets the chance to step into the spotlight after being overshadowed by his brother Mario for so long. Luigi's Mansion is also the second game where Luigi is the main character. The first was the educational game called Mario is Missing. I think the game is good. First, I want to talk about the story. Luigi receives word that he has won a mansion in a contest that he never entered. That, of course, should have been a big red flag for him. Anyway, he tells his brother Mario about it and they agree to meet at the mansion. When Luigi gets to the mansion, Mario is nowhere to be seen, and he finds the mansion is full of ghosts, and some of these ghosts attack him, and Luigi is saved by a strange old man named Professor Egad, who helps him escape, and they go back to Professor Egad's laboratory. Egad has researched and also captured ghosts over the years, and he agrees to help Luigi rescue his brother Mario from the ghosts. Professor Egad gives Luigi the Poltergeist 3000, which is a vacuum cleaning machine that he invented that can vacuum up ghosts and capture them. Egad trains Luigi on how to use the Poltergeist 3000. Luigi then goes on an adventure through the mansion searching for his brother. Next, I want to talk about the gameplay. I think the gameplay is really fun. It's really fun vacuum up the ghosts. I like the tug of war between Luigi and the ghosts as they're trying to get away and you have to pull them in. There are also three types of ghosts in this game. The first type of ghost is the regular type of ghost. These are the common types of ghosts that you find in the hallways and places like that. To capture these ghosts, you have to stun them with a flashlight, and when you do that, their heart appears and they're stunned, and then they're vulnerable, and then you're able to vacuum them up. The next type of ghost in this game is the portrait ghost, and there are 22 portrait ghosts in the game that you have to capture. There are a few that are optional that you don't have to capture, but most of them you do have to capture. And most of these ghosts were previously captured by Professor Egad himself, who traveled the world capturing and collecting ghosts. But when Egad captured the ghost Bolossus, King Boo, who was the king of the Boos, wanted revenge, and he went and released all of the ghosts that Egad had captured. Each of these 22 portrait ghosts have their own character and their own personality. Like, for example, you have Neville, who is called the Bookish Father. He's the first portrait ghost that you fight during the game, and it's said that he's reading all the books that he missed while living. Anyways, he always reminded me of the father off of the Nickelodeon cartoon The Wild Thornberrys. Another example is Vincent Van Gogh, which of course is a parody of Vincent Van Gogh. He's a ghost that is an artist, and he has paintings that he turns into ghosts, and you fight him later in the game. To capture these portrait ghosts, you have to find out their weakness, which you can do using the Game Boy horror device that Egad gave Luigi. And the third type of ghosts are the Boos themselves. And there are 50 Boos that you can capture during the game, and you have to capture most of these 50 Boos. Both the regular ghosts and the portrait ghosts reside in dark rooms, and you have to capture all of them before you can turn the lights on. And then the Boos, once you turn the lights on in a room, the Boos hide in different places, and you have to find them using a feature in the Game Boy horror device that Egad gives you. And once you find them, they come out and you have to capture them. And sometimes the Boos can escape to another room and you have to go after them and find them again. Also, most of the time when you turn the lights on in a room in the mansion, a chest will appear that contains a key that will unlock another room in the mansion. So as you're going through the mansion, your goal is to turn the lights on in every room in the mansion. Also, the game is divided into 4 areas, and there's a boss ghost that you have to fight and defeat at the end of each area. Once you defeat a boss ghost, then you go back to Professor Egad's laboratory, and you hook the Poltergeist 3000 up to this machine that Egad invented called the Ghost Portrificationizer, which is a machine that can turn ghosts into paintings. You plug the Poltergeist 3000 up to the machine, and it turns the ghosts you captured during that area into paintings. And depending on how well you fought against these ghosts determines the quality of their paintings. Also, Egad has a gallery adjacent to his lab that you can visit and view all the paintings of the ghosts that you have captured. I really like the Ghost Portrificationizer machine that turns ghosts into paintings. I've always enjoyed the cutscenes where you watch as the ghosts that you captured are turned into paintings. I wish this machine had appeared again in one of the sequels to Luigi's Mansion. Also, you collect money and jewels throughout the game. The more money and jewels you collect throughout the game determines at the end of the game how big of a house or mansion that you get or not. Like if you don't collect a lot of money during the game, you're going to get a small house or maybe even no house at all. But if you collect like a lot of money throughout the game, then you can get a big mansion at the end. And there are different ranks of the houses and mansions you can get at the end of the game based on how much money you collected during the game. Also, later in the game, you collect these emblems which allow you to use elements with the Poltergeist 3000, like fire, water, and ice, which help you at different times in the game. For example, there's one point during the game that there's a door on fire and you have to use water to put the fire out. And also there are other times when you have to use fire to light candles. I also like how this game has Luigi as the main character this time, where you get to play as him and it shows him, having to overcome his fear of ghosts to rescue his brother. I also like Professor Egad with his laboratory and devices that he gives you to help fight the ghosts. I also think King Boo was a good villain in this game. I also prefer this game's version of King Boo over the version that is in Super Mario Sunshine. The version of King Boo in this game is a much more serious villain than the one in Sunshine, so I prefer this version. The only criticism I have of Luigi's Mansion is that it's a little short. I think it could have been somewhat longer. Like they could have added another area to the game, like another floor to the mansion or something like that. I also think the music and the Luigi's Mansion theme was good. I also think the graphics for this game were good for its time, which showed off the GameCube's graphical capabilities. Also, Luigi's Mansion has never been re-released after its original release on the GameCube, though it did have a remake that was released on the 3DS. Overall, I'd say I'd give the game an 8.5 or 9 out of 10. Like I said before, I think it's good. I think it's a lot of fun and I've enjoyed playing it a lot over the years. Anyways, please feel free to let me know in the comments what y'all think of Luigi's Mansion. Also, thank you all for watching my video and y'all have a great day.